One of those rarer moments of a Thursday stream, and what a stream as well. But anyway, so hi, how are you doing? Blah blah, all of that shit. I hope you're doing well. I do mean it though. I hope you're well. But yeah, I had no plan. There is no plan for this. It is just like it's just a stream. That's the intention. It's just literally just a stream. And I probably also won't upload this on YouTube either. It's just a completely YOLO stream. Um, I saw Mel. Mel is streaming, by the way, so you might want to check her out on Twitch. And I think, like, I don't know how I can show you her channel or anything. It's Dark Elementality. So search for that, I guess, and you'll find her. And she streams Genshin and Guild Wars. She just started, like, literally. But yeah, Mel is a very cool person, and I really like her. And so there you go. Shout out to Mel streaming Dark Elementality. But beyond that, oh, and if I have like, if she wants, she can just like type her channel name when she's here. If she's here, I'll remind her, and then you can just go and check it. And oh, there she is. Hi. I was talking about you. I was talking about you and how you're streaming now, and that people should check your channel as well because you're just stuffing your mouth. Yeah, now you're stuffing your mouth, but not always. Not always. Sometimes you stream. But yeah, that's her name right there, Dark Elementality. Just click on that and go on the channel and like I don't know, drop a follow and watch or whatever. If you enjoy it, uh, all of that shit. So, Genshin is nice. She's nice. You'll have a good time. Anyway, that's as much support as I'm gonna show as it's humanly possible to show. We might also co-op stream at one point. We were talking about it on Discord earlier that we might do that because it's interesting. We both play Guild Wars, so who knows? Maybe whatever. We'll see. But as for the stream today, yeah, she baited me. She was like, "I'm streaming," and I'm like, "Okay, I'm gonna stream you streaming. Fuck it." And then I go in, and then Mel goes out, and now I'm just baited. That's it. I'm just like gooning to tweets right here. I'm just solo gooning now. That's it. My wingman is gone, and I'm left alone to deal with that. Uh, by the way, the ice elemental didn't respond to you. Yeah, since this is like a more freestyle stream, I can talk about anything I want, even though it's not Saturday, because technically it's not my work day. It's not Monday or Tuesday, so I can talk. I mean, walk and talk, whatever, about anything I want, and I don't even have to. I don't even feel like myself is obligating myself to stream anything in particular, so I can do whatever the fuck I want. Plus, it's all Mel's fault because Mel kind of like baited me into this. It's Mel's fault. I'm sorry. Just blame her if you want. Um, woo, nice. Woo, nice. Good letters there. Nice combination of letters. You should have joined my stream to see I was leaving. Nah, I don't think so. I don't think so. I don't think so. I saw you streaming and I was like, yeah, I'm gonna stream too. Almost dying in Drakkar. It doesn't matter. I mean, it's whatever. I'll be dying in World versus World if we stream that, so it doesn't matter. Don't worry. But what was I saying? Right. Um, hmm? But thanks for motivating me and Sai as well for motivating me to fix a small technical thing I had where like my streamer status, my streamer status wouldn't show on fucking Twitch. Twitch? No, on Discord. My fucking god, it's difficult to stream today. That's why I don't stream on Thursdays. Do you understand? Um, if we stream together, it can be more. But yeah, of course it can. But yeah, thanks to Sai and Mel, they just motivated me to fix that Discord issue. And now, people on Discord can see that I'm streaming. They can see my streamer status. Uh huh. Uh huh. And yeah, that's it basically. Thanks for that. Yeah. What else? I don't know. I crafted my legendary bullshit, both my harpoon and my trident. Let me tell you right now, it's the biggest waste of money I've ever had. I ever, indulge myself in, and that's fine because I have them now, and nobody else, nobody else does. So I have those, and I have the sigils to put on them as well, like my sweet babies. And that's done. And what's next is the treasure thingy. Not just the harpoon, I crafted the trident as well, both of them, just yesterday. And so now I will collect money for my treasure chest in my house instance, which is also useless. And then I will also collect money for two dyes that I really, really want and are really expensive. And so, I'll just like try to buy them. And after that, I will be collecting money just to get the um, just to get what did I want? Like the permanent contracts. Yeah, that shit. Yeah, I'll go in my house, but you're gonna have to wait a little bit because I'm first gonna do my since I'm here, I'm just gonna do my alts and everything else that I do usually. But just because I'm here, um, there's not really gonna be any gameplay. Don't expect any gameplay for real. It's Thursday, and I'll do whatever the fuck I want, and I'm not obligated to do anything for you, even though I appreciate you. And you can just sit there and watch, and yeah, and listen to me yapping, I guess, for fucking hours. Which that's not true because it's not gonna be hours because I don't know how long it's gonna be. It's not a streaming day. Do you understand that? I'm not supposed to be streaming today. This is an under the radar stream, and it's gonna be just mainly gossip. Um, and boy, do I have like some good gossip for you. So yeah, I had the weirdest experience with like every now and then, or actually quite often, people are gonna be joining like our guild, and they're gonna be appearing like they're pretty fucking normal and like pretty cool, honestly, like really just appearing pretty cool, and then never mind tomorrow. I will turn on my stream after I have eaten, so we can try the co-op streaming. Huh? Or no, never mind tomorrow. Yeah, we can do it tomorrow. If I decide to stream. But next time I'm streaming and you're streaming, we can like hook up or something. Because I also need to look up what to do because I don't know what to do. Yeah, I don't really know what to do. I'll have to look it up. I've never done it before. I wanted to do it with Enfer, but Enfer was like, "Oh, it's so simple. You do this, and that." And I'm like, "Ah, okay." And yeah, that was it. So I don't know how to do that shit. Matt Morgana says hello. Hello. How are you doing? Welcome to the most nonsensical stream you've ever seen. I'm not even supposed to be streaming today. It's just completely random, and I'll be talking about completely random stuff that concerns no one at all. So, welcome anyways, though. And and also there probably won't be any serious gameplay. I'll just be chilling. I just labeled it as Guild Wars 2 because even the gossip I have to share is about Guild Wars 2. So there you go. You see? Makes sense. Good should be asleep. It's almost 7 a.m. Wait, 7 a.m. as in 7 in the morning? Is that what you're saying? 7 in the fucking morning? Oh my god. What have you been doing? Oh my. What have you been doing? What's kept you up all night? Wait, I should swap characters. Yeah. Come on, we're just here to gossip. Just spill it out. Spill it out. Grab a cup of coffee and sit here and just tell us what kept you up all night. Presence of Dragons achievements. Oh, I see. The only time I did that it was when I RP'd with someone. Did you RP in fucking Guild Wars? Like, I'm not fucking over that. I am not over that. Like, Final Fantasy I get. Guild Wars? You're gonna RP in Guild Wars? Like, that takes some skill. I don't know. I've told you before. This takes some skill. I don't even know, dude. Like, I can see the text side of things, but Mel, the text side of things is just not that good, you know? Not that good. I was on Discord with that guy I showed you who were wearing a skirt. Oh yeah, that hot femboy that you used to be associated with. I see. Wait, did I change my fucking things? Yes, I did. Okay. Oh, Morgana. Oh, you innocent child of the morn. We're not talking about RP. We're talking about ERP. That wasn't a typo. That was ERP. Ah. Wait, you can't BRB. Listen, you can't just BRB after dropping like, a reference to that femboy and then. Ah, you can't. Stay here. Hey, Mel, stay. Fuck. I've been ERPing since I was a hormonal teen. A hormonal teen. Hey, if it's any consolation, I don't think I don't think we'll ever stop being hormonal. I'm sorry to say. I don't think. 27, yeah. One foot in the grave already. Probably not even able to stand on two legs. Need like crutches and shit, right? Is that fucking Mickey Mouse? Oh my god, that's disturbing. Mickey Mouse? You motherfucker. You motherfucker. Oh god, that's disturbing. Let me gather and leave. Oh my god. No, dude, no. No. No, I don't think so. Hey, why not though? Like, why not do the color of the eyes like the proper color though? If you're going through the trouble, why not do that? What the fuck is going on? So I mean, it was mainly my moments when I played Terra. Ah, that is yes, that is another source of entertainment. Terra, so entertaining. Femboy enjoyers in here. One of my stream tags is dangerous and disappointing. Why? Why is it dangerous and disappointing? And I mean, I don't know. I'm just a trans girl, and I just enjoy everything. So I guess I qualify. Straight femboy. Yeah, I mean, listen, femboy doesn't necessarily um, denote sexuality, sexual orientation, right? You can be a femboy, you can be straight, right? I mean, yeah, basically. Even if demographically it's kind of rare, but yeah. I mean, many people ask me pretty stupid shit as well. Like, for example, where's the lady in the picture? Where's the lady in the picture? Is that your wife? Is that your wife? What about your voice? Like, are you pretending to be a girl? Oh my fucking god, shut the fuck up. So yeah, people ask stupid shit. Trust me. Ah, yes. Ah, yes. Yes, let me ban. Rife worshipper. Yes, get banned, bitch. Okay, let's continue the conversation now that the bot is gone. You have a definition of it for copy paste. You know what? Copy and paste it. Copy and paste the definition. I'm wondering what you got there. I am ready for it. Hit me with your copy paste definition of like femboy. Because, these are things that I like to discuss a lot. Being myself trans and interested and hormonal. Go on, do it. Wait, did I forget a note there? The fuck? Am I going blind? I'm blind. Oh, it was the platter of delectable cakes. Fuck off. I saw the yellow letters and I was like, might be flax. God damn it. The flax crave is real. Baited? Yeah. I wish. I'm waiting for the death. Fuck! Okay. Alright. I need to find it since it's buried in my channel for class notes. A channel for class notes? Holy shit. That is some advanced fucking education strats. I see. I see how it is. Yeah, you can try to find it. Let's see. A male person who expresses a feminine personality and appearance, mainly homosexual, bisexual, but can be straight in some instances. Usually wears thigh-high socks, skirts, oversized hoodies, high-waisted shorts, and crop tops. I love the shoehorning of like the attire, the starter kit. Yeah, I mean, you're not wrong, honestly. And you just basically rolled straight, by which you are stating um, that you're into naturally born females, therefore. You love girl smell. Yeah. Yeah. So you're just a straight femboy. Cool. That's the variety that Mel was describing earlier as well. I don't know. I like all smells, but you know what smell I like the most? The smell of actually nice people. That turns me on. If people, good persons, a good personality, that turns me on. Oh, this bat is not turning me on at all. Like this bat is a turn off, and I don't know why I fucking ate that L. Okay, just die. Goodbye. I just want to gather. I don't even know how to play this fucking class. Have a bear. I cast bear. It worked. Ouch. Let me fucking mine, please. You've been with all types, and as bad as women treat you, sometimes you love it. Yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna judge. You can pick your poisons. Why am I blocking? I'm semi done with like so for context, most of my long-term exclusive relationships have been with women in the past, and I'm done with that. Well, I'm done both with exclusivity and with just like, um with women. Largely, not completely, but largely, for sure. Exceptions will always exist, and it's never like a thirst that will be permanently extinguished in me, but like mainly not interested in biological females. What are you saying there? That's interesting. But I've been with some men that like I wonder how they turned out like that. What goes on in people's lives that makes them think no means take me, I'm yours. Oof. Oof. Uh oof. Triple oof. Um It goes with women. Yeah, it goes. It's the same with some. I have literally. Listen, listen. I'm not defending anything. Okay, I'm not gonna defend fucking anything, for fuck's sake. But it goes both ways. I have been on the receiving end of both uh, genders not conforming to my requests, and so essentially, when it came to the female version of that, it was kind of easy to just brush it aside as um, I don't know, as something amusing. But trust me, that's not the right, that's not the right way to deal with it, because if that girl, let's say, was like able to physically impose herself on me, that would have been a very different story, right? So gender doesn't matter. The only reason why I saw it as funny when, a girl tried to do that was because I could very easily stop it. And I was like, yeah, you're fucking kidding, right? That's it. And then she wasn't kidding, and then it was a pity blowjob. Don't tell her. And I brushed it aside like that, okay? And she was even like, "Why are you smiling?" And I was like, "Oh, I was, because I'm happy. That's all. Because I'm happy." In reality, I was happy because it was kind of a good joke to tell later, and it is a good joke because I'm telling you now, and it's, funny. But if that person was able to like literally impose themselves on me, that would be scary as fuck. And I know that like the pity blowjob part isn't exactly like a shining moment in my resume, but like quite honestly, I won't turn down a blowjob. Sorry, it's that simple. And we both enjoyed it anyways. Then that evolved into like something else, and we had to like literally had an argument and be like, hey, because she tried to imply that basically I was forcing myself on her. Well, it was like fucking insane. To which I said, okay, you know what? I'm not fucking with that. We both know what happened. You go down that street. I'm going down that street. And I don't want to talk to you again. Okay? And let's not fucking push it because it's ingenuous. Fortunately, she agreed because I was also correct. Now, the male version of that I went through, yeah, that was fucked up. Yeah, it was on voice, and it's pretty much, yeah, it's pretty much what you think. I would be asking the person to just please fucking stop. The person would not please fucking stop, and they would be pleasing themselves, and they would be like going wild with that. And then I was literally like breaking into tears and telling them like, listen, I really just don't fucking want to be on this call anymore. I'm gonna hang up. And the person just said, you lasted through. I'm so proud of you. I'm so proud of you. Fuck you. That's my answer to that. And yes, men are worse. Just like I said, they are worse. Yeah, I agree. As for what you're saying, Mati, where it's like, yeah, they vocally are peeing, and they go like, oh, nuzzles you. Um, I think my worst experience was, all right, I have two really bad experiences with that. One of them, listen, don't get me wrong. I'm not gonna kink shame anything, but and in the moment I enjoyed it for my own reasons, but I didn't enjoy it because of what I'll describe. That part I didn't enjoy that much, and I have to share it because it's relevant. And so what happened is that person would. So that person was. Oh, oh my god. Okay, that person wasn't exactly a fairy, but was fairy adjacent, and they were they were vivid. They were vivid about that. They were very vivid about that, and so you know, um, they would make certain sounds, and those sounds were oh my god. Okay, listen. On one hand, it was kind of cute. On the other hand, holy shit, that was not good. Um, Other parts of it were perfect, but that part I was not completely a fan of. I wasn't sold on, and I wasn't too much on board with. But at the same time, and anyway, the person would literally just make like a dog, like some kind of wounded beast, not just a dog, like an excited but wounded, like I don't know, some sort of like creature, and it would be I can't really just replicate that because I'm pretty sure a lot of like rehearsal went into it on their part, so it's not something I can just conjure out of nowhere and just go on and do. But I can approximate it probably, I think. Uh, and honestly, like if that person was to be watching now, all I would have to say is like, hey, you know what? I'm not shaming you. It's just something you did, and I found it funny, and here it is. I'm just sharing it. That's all. There's no malice in it. It's just that it was like pretty funny to me. And the person was like, they would be on the microphone going like, and that's my best impression of it. But I'm not doing it any justice, okay? And so that was interesting. That was fucking interesting for sure, and something that I will not partake in the near future, probably also in the far future. And maybe for the best, yeah. Maybe for the best. Maybe for the fucking best, yeah. Because it was like I don't know. I mean, it was like it was like that, and I hope it cut out. Really, I just fucking hope it cut out again. I'm never doing that again. So yeah, that was the thing. I'm not gonna partake in that. Yes, thank you, microphone. Thank you, my dear microphone. All right, you can imagine just a dog breathing excitedly and fast in a strange way. If that dog was like a human and not a dog, that's all you need to know. And yeah, the other bad part was like the same person I said that was kind of like abusive that I mentioned just earlier. So they would be like, um, oh my god. So I want you to imagine like a huge German dude. We're talking a gigantic German dude, like I don't fucking know, 2 meters tall, fucking built as fuck. Sorry, that's from the barking earlier that I tried to emulate. And that built huge dude with tattoos and everything, and like ordinarily just the kind of person who would be wearing like a shirt with suspenders and like a dress pants as well, and like would be like with a fedora and would be fucking huge. You get the type, like kind of like a bodybuilder hipster kind of, right? So that person then, when we would, and that was the abusive guy, by the way. When we would be on voice, um, they would. So they had a very rough German accent and a rough German voice. Okay, um, so you know, imagine that trying to sound like oh god, like a very young girl. I'm not gonna try to do that at all, and I'm not gonna base on my microphone not picking it up. I'm not even gonna try because I find it like completely ridiculous. And that I wasn't vibing with at all. It was like there was a huge dissonance between who the person was physically and as a personality, and the voice that they had during and only during um, intimate voice calls, right? And imagine that person being abusive the way I described. I think that makes it worse. What are you saying over there? I make random noises, but it's never intentional. If you and I were sitting in a Discord call and I was watching a cat video and it meowed, I would be like, meow. Yeah, I when I feel comfortable with a person, I kind of have my own quirks that might or might not come out. Nice. Are you establishing dominance over there? Okay, you can be there. That's fine. You can be there. You can be there. I'm not gonna argue with you. You can just stay there, I guess, if you want. Uh, Let me change character. The owl is very cute. I just found it on my journeys during map completion, and I was like, oh, that's a nice owl. I'm getting that. And so I grabbed it. Kind of like real life. Like I see something cute, I gotta have it. If I see something that I deem cute and nice, I will try to grab it. Not in a bad. Wow. Okay, don't take that out of context. I fucking hate you. But you get what I meant. What I'm saying. But you know what? You're not. I have to say. Yeah, I hate Ranger too. I don't vibe like not hate it, but like I don't want to play Ranger. It's not for me. And the pets, like I never like vibe to pets in games. I don't like that. Or squad mates or whatever else that is not me. I don't like that shit. Drones or mechs or whatever, yeah, maybe. Preferably something small and like autonomous. But that's like the most that I can go for in games. You love food, so no animal is safe. I mean, look, I'm not gonna go out of my way to taste everything in existence. But yeah, I eat everything as well, and I do like food. It's just that I won't like be like, all right, so here are some spiders. I've never tasted spiders, and I love food. Time to see if spiders are food. I'm not gonna do that. Or some redundancies, like why would I have, for example, let me find an interesting example of something redundant. Um, why again, like insects, right? Why would I eat a spider if I can get the same nutrients and same experience if I'm eating a bag of chips and like the same texture almost, right? Or at least I would imagine that it's like crunchy and disgusting. Uh, I did that with crickets. They make these flavored crickets and they don't taste like anything but the flavoring. Yeah, of course, because they're not meant to be tasted by humans. You can, but they're not your food source as a human. You're not supposed to be like scavenging for fucking defenseless insects. Just go get something else. Go get a chicken. Go get like I don't know, something else. You don't need to be eating insects. That's the harsh truth of it. Some things you just don't need to be eating. Flavored crickets. Where the fuck do you live where they're casually making flavored crickets? Can you just tell me that? Like, where are you from? What kind of land, what kind of server did you spawn in where you guys casually have flavored crickets there and are like, yeah, that's cool. I've never heard of that. I'm gonna be honest. I'm European. I don't know where you're from. I'm from Europe. And I don't mind where you're from. I'm just curious, honestly. But like in the U.S., my Mexican friends ate them, and I tried them for a while. Oh, for a while. Okay. Yeah, that's all right. More power to you. I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't do it. And no friend would ever convince me to do that. But yeah, I don't know. Sure. Crickets, huh? Packed, packed flavor crickets in the U.S. All right, that's. I'm not laughing at you. It's just that I find it amusing, honestly. It's packed crickets. Damn. That's genius actually, because it's not like they're rare, right? You can just grab a bunch of crickets and like start a fucking factory and start packing them and selling them. No one laughs at me more than myself. Yeah, that's a healthy outtake. I have the same. Did I do everything I want? Like, I get so distracted. You're so fucking distracting, you know that? Uh, and Mel is like talking here in guild chat, and I'm like, let me read. But I like being distracted. I'm gonna allow that. Just a sec. Or I'll see if I can allow that. Just let me loot some fucking graves here. Let me just casually rob some graves or loot. And I'll read everything you said. And out of curiosity, are you Mexican? Because if so, you would be the first Mexican person I've ever talked to, and that's amazing. I don't think I've ever talked to like. Yeah, I've never talked to anyone Mexican or even half Mexican. So you'd be the first. And that's strange because I've been in a few MMOs and I've been around for a while. So you're saying, and Automod decided to keep it, and I can see why it decided to keep it. My intro to people is my name is Matt Morgana, your resident straight femboy, and my you can assume what that is tiny. Okay. Isn't that a bit of too much information? Like that last bit there that my auto mod decided is not appropriate, like justifiably decided it's not appropriate. I used to have a friend or a person I knew, and well, they had a similar but like more far more deranged introduction when they wanted to introduce themselves to somebody they liked. And they would just it was the MySpace era, okay? It was the MySpace era. You have to understand that. And so if somebody would add that person, he would immediately send them a dick pic. And that would be accompanied by text, which was like, I'm just showing you now so that you can actually choose if you want to keep talking with me in case your intention is to date me. And you know what? Under this context, I can see the logic. It's probably the only context under which I would say fair. Fair game. I understand why you would send a dick pic. I understand. Like, yeah, I get it. By the way, the person was like completely whack. Like, completely whack. It was fucking insane. But yeah, he was very adamant that actually was he would do that out of like out of courtesy to the person. And I understand the logic because sometimes, just like with meeting people on Discord or whatever, you get to hook up and then they show you how they are, and then you're in the filthy position of having to tell them, I just don't vibe with that though. And it's a shame because you've already hooked up, you've already like connected on some level, but they just don't clear a checkbox for you. You know, a certain checkbox. Maybe they don't have like your favorite eye color or something, whatever. You know, and then you're in that shitty position where you have to tell them, hey, you know, and it's the same with dicks, right? If somebody's dick is too small and you're into like, you know, larger ones, which yeah, that's your prerogative. Then that friend, that ex acquaintance of mine, would be doing you a favor. They would be like, oh, here it is. That's how I look. Do you want to proceed or not? So you know, on that regard, I would say I understood it. I wouldn't do it, and I don't think I would appreciate it that much if it was done to me. Um, but I can understand. I can understand the kind of logic, like the neurons that were firing. Let's say I understand the neurons that were firing there. That's what I'll say. I was 23 when I sent my first dick pic. Oh, I have I have only ever sent I have only ever sent a dick pic twice, and twice is a huge amount in my opinion. Like that is huge. And the first time I was pressed into it literally, not in a bad way necessarily, but there was pressure for it. Like it was like, okay, you know, at this point you have to show me. And it was like, why don't we just fucking meet? It's that simple. Why don't we just fucking meet? Like, why do I have to fucking send you a dick pic? Like, I don't do that shit, you know? And so there was this pressure, and I was like, okay, you know what? Fine, whatever. It's you. We've been dating for a while. We've been parasocially dating for a while. Here it is. Have it. You know. And so that was like the first time. The second time and last time that I ever did it was voluntary, and I don't think I regret it. I don't think I regret it, but I also feel, even though I was like asked to do that, there was no pressure. As I said, it was like completely just casually, like, you know, well, of course, within the context of the moment. And I was like, yeah, okay, I'll do that. But I don't think it's something I would ever do, like voluntarily, like just say, hey, would you like would you like to see my girl cock? Like I don't think I don't think I would ever do that. Um, for various reasons. Uh, Either way, let me read what you said. My family is from a small South American country above Brazil called Guyana. I was born and raised in America, so I have a Guyanese heritage. The heritage is Indian, but the country is a melting pot of a bunch of different races. My family is Indian Hindu in nature, but Christian in belief. You do like sharing a lot, don't you? Not that I mind that, but nice, thanks. You know. Uh, on the other hand, I'm just a regular Greek person, I guess. But if you ask any other person, they'll say that I'm not regular, especially for a Greek. But you know, you get what I'm saying, though. There's nothing too special about my heritage. It's like I think on my mother's side, not I think, but on my mother's side, there's like some Russian blood, also supposedly noble blood. Um, but that goes, I think, one or two generations before, I think. So her grandparents or grandparents were from Russia and they were of noble like blood, which whatever. But that's the most I can tell you. There's nothing else interesting. And yeah, I was born in Greece and raised in Greece. Unfortunately, for both of these, um, not because I hate the country, but the people in the country. They're like, you know. Anyway, let's not go into that. And yeah, Greece isn't really Greece isn't really diverse when it comes to like races. I wouldn't say it's diverse at all, but maybe a little bit lately. A little bit lately. Not counting for, of course, illegal immigrants. Yeah. Anyway, way too many of your friends have seen. Ah, good job. I was showing a friend of mine my Lethal Company vids, and I went to the next video expecting another Lethal Company video, and nope, it was just you playing with yourself. And I closed the stream so fast, and she was like, wasn't expecting it fast. Anyway, the fastest I've seen you move, yeah. How do people fucking do that? Like, how? I'm not gonna like be offensive here. How the fuck do you keep? So I have so many questions. First of all, why are you keeping videos of yourself on your PC playing with yourself? That in and on itself, the lore of that, the lore of that is already interesting. Just that by itself, you know. So because to me now you're somebody who's ready, you know, to jump the gun. Like you're ready. Your finger is on the trigger. You're ready to send those videos. Like you're aching to. And the second, like even more so, in your Lethal Company folder, how? Why? What is that thing doing there? Why would that be in there? Oh, why is it always the you know the forgetful and kind of like absent-minded people who keep you know anyway some guy paid me for the vids and for some reason the Lethal Company vids the same shoulder. What? They paid so okay, so wait. Some guy paid you for the vids. All right. And for some reason they also paid for the Lethal Company videos in that folder. What? You probably mean that for some reason it ended up in there. That's. I don't think there is anybody on the internet who would be like, "Hey, listen here, baby girl or baby boy or whatever. I demand of you a video of you playing with yourself and 3 Lethal Company videos." And you are like, all right, that's gonna be $50, sir. And the other guy's gonna be like, can we do 49 and 2 Lethal Company? The bargaining chip? Holy shit. Oh man, that's some bartering. Somebody fucking invested in bartering in Fallout, I see. Sounds like something you would do. Yeah, you know what? A lot of things are starting to sound like things you would do. I ain't gonna lie. And for someone advertising or presenting as like straight, you sure seem to be very, very flexible. Once a girl at one job I worked said I had nice feet, and you consider making a fit finder? What the fuck is a fit finder? There is no fit finder, is there? Like, that's fictitious. That's fucking fictitious. There's no search engine for fit. Come on now. That would be ridiculous if that's true. There's like a search engine dedicated to fit. Oh my god. Of course it is. Of course it is. Why would I doubt that this is a thing? Now I'm not gonna Google that shit. I'm sorry. Listen. I am as far from being into feet and armpits and anything shitty like that as you can be. Honestly, like you have no idea. I'm far from that. Like I don't care about feet. Honestly, I will joke about it and I will laugh about it, but I really just you know what, feet and armpits and all those weird things. I don't know. I don't know. It's not my cup of tea. It's not my cup of tea. I don't get it. I don't fucking get it. In fact, we were talking about armpits with someone on the guild Discord, and you know, all this time I never looked it up because why would I? And I was formulating certain theories in my head. I was like, the armpit, huh? So maybe it's because, and I would come up with my own fantastical reasons, like maybe it's like the curvature and the fact that like, yeah, and some other fucking existential philosophical shit. And then that friend of mine on Discord was like, no, they just look like pushes. They look like fucking vajayjays. That's why. And I was like, oh my fucking god, are you fucking shitting me? So you're basically a person who's able to see this like thing here, and you're like, oh my god. Oh, it's time to whip out the meat monster. Like, are you for real? It's a fucking armpit. It's an armpit. It can't do anything. Oh my god. I don't. I don't fucking know. I don't fucking know. Don't worry. I allowed this one manually just because it's you. I allowed this one manually. Don't worry. And to be fair, the other things you were saying were a little bit too much. Like, as far as my chatters go, my chat, because I can say that. I can say cock and dick and whatever. And I take responsibility. But you guys, I gotta keep you safe from yourselves. So you are not allowed to say straight up, things. Otherwise, I will be held responsible for the nonsense that you're saying, and I don't want that. That is inviting trouble. So yeah, don't worry about it. But I'll allow it when I can. Your stream is the Wild West. Yeah, I can absolutely tell because, well, first of all, you are in the Wild West, literally, and second of all, you're already throwing dick and coke like casually, and you are actually, telling everybody that you are being solicited for videos of you playing with yourself by other people. So yeah, I can assume that it's pretty wild. My stream is like, if I feel like it, it goes really wild. But if I don't, and there is no good reason, I kind of, keep it on down low, right? I just keep it contained. But there are times. But there are times, and I'm a firm believer of like everything has its right time, and yeah, that's how I run it here. But you're 27, and so the shock factor is still like exciting to you. I can relate. I can relate. It's okay. And I can tease you a little bit. Don't worry about it. It's not personal. I do that. Professor Oak's words echoed in your head. There is a time and place for everything, but not now. I don't know who Professor Oaks is, so I don't get the reference. But yeah, it is wisdom. This is a bit of wisdom. Yes, it is true. Pokemon, come on. Do you really think like listen, I dodged Pokemon back when it was fresh. You think I'm gonna watch it now? Think again, kid. That's not gonna happen. You watch that. I let you watch it and then you can tell me what happened, okay? I'll let you watch all the episodes and you can tell me what happened later. Or better yet, you can reenact it for me and you can throw in some fucking Lethal Company videos and we're Gucci. You can reenact your rendition of the first season of Pokemon, plus about 4.5 Lethal Company videos. It was a game thing. When you try to use a key item in the wrong place, like a bike in a building. Hmm, I see. That's okay. You can still reenact the first season of Pokemon for me, and still add some add some Pokemon game videos as well, since you're at it. You know. What was I doing now though? There was something I wanted to do. I don't remember. Nice. Mel is like, I don't need anyone. They are all losers. Damn. Damn. I watched the first season when I was small, but I can recite almost every episode from the first season of SpongeBob. Of course you would. I mean, what else did I expect? You're a fanboy. Of course you're into SpongeBob. Of course you can recite it, and you're also into cricket bags, like bags of crickets and energy drinks. Best combo I've ever heard one. It is in the starter pack. It's like thigh highs, SpongeBob, and a bag of crickets and Lethal Company videos. I don't drink energy drinks. Oh my god, you're ascending. You're ascending. Holy shit. It was a white monster when I didn't know what femboys were. I see. Um, we used to call femboys basically cross-dressers. I think those terms are like one and the same, literally. Um, or maybe like 90% the same. But crossdresser is just such a stupid word, isn't it? Crossdresser, what the fuck? It is such a remnant word from like the fucking 90s or something, or the 80s. Um, I much prefer the term femboy, but they are one and the same thing, essentially. It's like its natural evolution. Since you're talking about Pokemon, it's like literally its natural evolution. There's a bunch of terms that I think are synonymous that aren't okay. Oh yeah, for sure. But I mean, crossdresser is not offensive, to be honest. It's something that I legitimately used to identify myself, for example, back then. Yeah, there are certainly certain terms that you shouldn't be using, and probably half of them aren't even factually correct to identify what you're referring to. And yeah, just don't use them. You don't need any other word. Femboy is good. Femboy works for everyone. I still don't remember what I had to do. Oh, yawn. Hmm. I was. What was I doing? What did I want to do? I wanted to gossip, which I will do. But just before that, was it like a build or something that I wanted to change? Was it something in my bank that I wanted to look? I don't know. Talking just distracts me, honestly. Talking just distracts me. No, there was nothing. Oh, at one point I need to take. I need to get some stat infusions. I think I have enough fucking stabilizing matrices for that at this point. For at least like one set, if not two sets. So probably I should do that. And right, yeah. Here's what I crafted. I'm very distracted. I mean, I literally told you earlier you distract me in a good way. So yeah, don't even try. You don't need to hear that twice. Come on. Don't be greedy. Don't be greedy. Uh, yeah, so there's this, and then I can't show you the other one because it's light armor. You love the attention? Explain this to me, straight fanboy. Why would you be craving the attention? Like seriously, just like explain this to me. Why would you be craving the attention of someone who's just not male? Hmm? Straight fanboys. You gotta wonder, right? You gotta wonder with straight fanboys. Yeah, but I have to ask though. Also, there's so much light coming in. Holy shit! Let me just close the curtain a bit. I need to read the screenshots. I'm reading the screenshots. 1 second. There's so much light coming in. Holy shit! All right. So is this better? Wait. Is this better, or do I look like I'm fucking burning in the sun or something? Ah, much better. Hmm. Yeah. All right. So, what was I saying? Right. The Discord messages, right? Mel, what am I? You know what? It's okay. Let me read. Oh man. Oh. Oh no. This guy is going off. What the fuck is an Auron? What the fuck is an Auron? This guy is living his own like revolution here. So there's a guy who's like literally raging and goes like, "The meta was a disaster because of leeches and mechanics." I mean, bro, just do the fucking mechanics, you moron. Anyway, then he says the notorious meta event known as leeches and tight time gate. It wasn't that tight. The worst part of that event is now you get like 20 of leeches account doing zero damage, blocking your squad members, and maybe they insult you being active. Okay, I understand the struggle, but he's like literally going off there. The 20 Meki, the Meki, okay, with 5 accounts. Auron, whatever the fuck Auron is, exec, what Enziclan with 8 and 5 Islanders. This guy is just fucking going off. And then we have some words of wisdom which I'm going to recite for you. The point is, on DE is all times the Alalka DPS player, one, they could never fail the meta. The point is, on DE is all times the Alalk DPS player, one, they could never fail the meta. Do you want me to repeat those words of wisdom a second time? A third one? That's pretty funny. The point is on DE is all times the Alalk DPS player one, they could never fail the meta. Yes, okay. Man, this is insane. Uh, who the fuck is Auron? Uh, Auron Fixotol. What is this deranged chat? You need a mother's love? You need a mother's love? Oh my god. Ah, what are they saying? Oh, I'm not even reading that. Oh no, it continues. Oh, just play, you immigrants. What the fuck? Just play. What, you fucking racist? Dude, invite your people. You want to chat and do your stuff. If you don't want to press buttons for skills but to chat, what? Dude, Mel, this is deranged. I'm not gonna try to make sense of it. I'm not gonna try to make sense of it. This is deranged talk. So, on a tangent, I came in to talk initially about Guild Wars 2. I'm fairly new. I bought the game when it came out, but never really played until the 2020. Alright. And I've been playing on and off since then. Less than 5k achievement points in about 2 years feels bad. I mean, your worth is not your achievement points. And that's for two reasons. It's because you can just be playing the game regularly, and for quite a while you wouldn't be getting any achievements. Um, so that's normal. Like, people with more than X amount of achievements are people who go out of their way to get them. And going out of your way to get them doesn't necessarily constitute good gameplay. Just saying. Not only that, but now with a vault, you can artificially inflate your achievement points just by completing vault objectives every day, and every week, and every month. And you're gonna inflate your achievement points, and that's how I got carried. Where do I see my fucking achievements? That's how I got carried from like 18k, which was my non-grinding, non-vault accumulation of achievement points, I quickly went to like 20k, 20.6, just by vault shit. So yeah, on one hand it's pointless. On another hand, you can grind it with your dailies, so it doesn't really mean anything. And on a third hand, or a leg, or whatever else you want to use, uh, people who grind them are usually fucking brainless morons anyway. That's why they're grinding achievements. I'm really sorry, but that's the truth. Um, I'm very bad at the game. I just use Celestial and everything and never die, but also do poo poo. But I don't raid, I just open world. I mean, I'm sorry to say, yeah, you probably aren't that good. By your own description, I'm sorry. I just don't sugarcoat shit. But you know what's very important? You don't need to be very good. Just do what you enjoy. If it works, it works. End of story. You know? You don't need to be very good. Especially for open world, you can just literally just fucking auto attack stuff and you're gonna be fine as long as you understand like that sometimes the floor is not safe and that sometimes you need to press one extra button other than your auto attack chain. I don't know how to go from clearing savages and attempting ultimates. Well, clearing savages and attempting ultimates is also what I did in Final Fantasy for a few years. Um, my last attempt was like what was the current savage before Yon Trail. So in Yon Trail, I didn't try any of the savage. I left basically, but everything before that, I just did. I think we stopped at the last battle at 12 of the last tier. We just didn't get the chance to go in because basically the group just decided to go for ultimates. And we did a little bit of that, but it didn't work out because the group was falling apart, and so then it did actually fall apart. And then we stopped and we got fucking tired of LFG and going on light and finding people, and we just said, fuck it, we're done. And that was like, but before that, before we said, fuck it, we're done, we had cleared every single fucking fight in every single fucking difficulty, ultimates aside. So that's something at least. Um, and I'm giving you this context just to say that like it makes sense that you're having trouble in Guild Wars. I've seen a lot of people who were on Final Fantasy and came to Guild Wars. I've seen them struggle more than people who were on World of Warcraft and came to Guild Wars. They struggle less, and that's because of the raiding style of Final Fantasy, which I'm sorry to say, if you vibe to it, it's terminal. I'm sorry to say, if you vibe to that style, it's probably likely that you won't enjoy Guild Wars on a higher level than like open world. Statistically for me, anecdotal observation, right? Anecdotal observation. Uh, People who actually vibe to Final Fantasy's fight design, they have a very high probability of being good Dark Souls players, but a very high probability of being shit Guild Wars players. I don't know how this happens, but it has happened without an exception so far. With like 4 out of 4, 5 out of 5 people I've tried to bring over from Final Fantasy. 5 out of 5 people. So at that point, it becomes kind of like an anecdotal statistic. You came out of my mother playing Souls? Yeah, okay, you're terminal. I'm sorry. That's it, you're terminal. Stay in Final Fantasy, kid. Keep Guild Wars for the open world. Oh god. Bloodborne I can't talk about because I don't have a console, and Sekiro I haven't touched because I'm done with anime stuff. I'm done with Asian inspired stuff, and I think a lot of that comes from Neo 2. It kind of like cooked me when it comes to like that aesthetic. It kind of like, no, I don't vibe with that. Um, The only raids that scare me are the ones in ESO, and that's because I had a suboptimal build. Yeah, I don't know. I haven't played ESO. I don't know what their combat philosophy is, like their combat design is. And I mean, don't take what I say as wifey. Wow, okay. Don't take what I say as gospel either. I mean, you could be an exception. Anybody could be an exception. But so far, 5 out of 5 people who were like enthusiastic Final Fantasy players, they could not fucking adapt to Guild Wars, to Guild Wars' combat. Like they couldn't fucking dodge. They couldn't fucking understand what's going on, and they died horribly, many times. Died horribly, and then they left and went back to Final Fantasy, and that's it. That's the story. And the thing is, that's the thing though. Do you see what you said there? You said I was only scared of the raid because I had a suboptimal build. In Guild Wars, you can definitely have a suboptimal build and still do well because the mechanics themselves aren't that hard. It's just a style of combat that people can't vibe to. Can't, it doesn't click, you know? If Final Fantasy combat clicks completely, it's unlikely that Guild Wars 2 combat will click. That's what I'm trying to say. But it might happen. I think I've only cleared one raid win. Hey, that's good. There was like 3 dudes in a bubble and some big boss that if you don't break, you get eaten. 3 dudes in a bubble? 3 dudes in a bubble? What the fuck? What is that? 3 dudes in a bubble and you get eaten? Huh? Three. I'm now struggling. I am struggling, honestly. 3 dudes in a bubble. Oh come on! That's the baby raid, and it was 2 dudes, and it was a golden bubble, and that's just one mechanic. You're intended to push the small dude inside the bubble, and then dogpile on the big dude, and then you also kill the small dude, and then that's how the mechanic is over. That is like the baby raid. That's the baby raid. It makes sense that you were there. That's the baby raid. That's like even though that's wing 4, which implies that it would be like at least mid difficulty. In reality, it is like the baby raid. So everybody starts at wing 4. It's a very good introductory raid. Yeah, that's the baby raid. Okay, but yeah, no, good on you, Good on you. I mean, okay, I'm gonna scream because you're saying I was playing virtuoso and I was breaking that bar, and then when I got targeted and no one broke the bar. Uh, First of all, welcome to Guild Wars. Um, a lot of players are challenged, all right, mechanically and gameplay challenged completely, and also socially challenged, very socially challenged, and that's the gossip I want to share afterwards. And you don't get to talk because you're playing virtuoso. I'm sorry, but I'm revoking your rights to criticize other players. Anybody right now who's playing Mesmer and especially Virtue, all right, you don't have a fucking you don't have a fucking leg to stand on. Your class is shit easy. It's fucking busted. It's got CC for days. It's got fucking accessibility to healing, wounds, like alacrity, quickness. You can do everything literally. It's easy to play, and you're dealing a fuck ton of damage, like for free. Doesn't matter how long ago it was, as long as it was this or the previous year. Because I think mesmers have been broken for 2 years now already. I think like they've been in this stupid broken state at least for a year, maybe 2 years. My memory is shit. Also, don't take me too seriously, by the way. I will shit talk, and I do enjoy it, but I will trash talk, and it's for fun. Um, Yeah, Mesmer has been broken since Virtue is out. There you go. There you go. Mel with the facts. Hit them with the facts. Thank you. But yeah, no. In all seriousness, Virtue is pretty busted, and yeah, it probably. I'm not gonna. I don't want to shit talk. It probably carried you through that raid. Not gonna lie. It probably carried you. But you're also probably more aware of other people. If you noticed there was a fucking CC bar and you kept breaking that, you congratulations, you're above the average Guild Wars player. And I'm not even joking. Congratulations, you're above the average. Welcome to Guild Wars. Damn. Femboy representing, let's go. Already above everyone. Above 80% of the player base. By virtue of actually breaking a CC bar. Nice. Good shit. Good shit. But yeah, Virtue is broken. Virtue is broken, and I think I also had like one. I had two guild members of mine, ex guild members, emphasis, but not because of that, who were like, no, actually, this takes a lot of skill. And I was like, bro, just no, just no, bro, just no, don't go there. And they went there, they went so deep, they were like, oh, but like, Virtue is harder to play than like, even Bladesworn is easy, and even this and that. And but like, bro, you can't be comparing stuff like Bladesworn with like fucking Condivirt and Powervirt. You just cannot. You just are not allowed to. Like, you are factually wrong if you do that. End of story. You're cracked if you say stuff like that. And these guys were cracked completely. They were making some really dope claims, some really fucking trippy claims, and I was like, okay, whatever. Only Mirage takes time to learn. Don't worry, they're probably gonna. You know the meme, right? They're probably gonna they're gonna fucking nerf on Friday tomorrow. They're gonna nerf Mirage, and they're gonna buff Virtue even more. Just mark my fucking words. Mark my words. It's gonna happen. It's gonna fucking happen. And also Mati, you're a big girl or boy. I don't know what you go by the way. So I'll just say you're a big person. Um, don't take what I'm saying personally. Honestly, I'm not trying to diss here. I'm just making fun. Okay. Hey, it's Sai. Hi, Sai. How are you? Good timing. Mirage have been nerfed since Virtue exists. Yeah, that's true. That's true. That's very true. Damn. But yeah, I was so okay. So you know what's gonna happen now? I'll tell you what's gonna happen. I will leave you. Uh, oh, wait. Wait, we have input. 1 second. I take games very seriously. I do everything in my power to not be a detriment to my team, to the point of tanking my sanity. So I take any and all criticism. It wasn't criticism. It was just examining your case. I am, if nothing else, a very, very overzealous examiner of things. I'm an inquisitor. I examine people's thoughts. Anyway, alive still? That's good. How alive are we talking, Sai? Are we talking alive enough to stay and chat? Stay a while and listen. Fucking Deckard Kane over here. But no, for real, are you able to stay a while and listen? I wonder, because if so, I'll just BRB for 5. I'm gonna get something to drink, and then I'm gonna like gossip about. I will bring forth the epic tale of the ice elemental. Oh, you play Revenant the most, and then that's nice. And then you play Berserker. Okay, and then whatever else. I see. Yeah, I mean, it's easy to have alts, as you have said yourself right now. It's easy to have like one of everything, and so it's a very alt friendly game. You can just like whip out whichever flavor of damage or boon or whatever you want, and that's fine. You don't have to be confined to one. I mean, I would love Final Fantasy's class system. I would love to be able to have one character and do it all, but it's fine. I'm gonna let you kids figure out some things about yourselves and your classes, as it seems, and I will be right back. And I'll see if I can also get some popcorn. And then the storytelling will begin, because you know what? Today, as I said, was a completely YOLO stream. It's just me. I'm gonna yap, and that's what it's gonna be. And I'm gonna yap about Guild Wars stuff. So if you're averse to minor drama, um, don't watch, because I'm going to be relaying some events that some people may find unnatural, because they completely come from the dark side of like social stuff of Guild Wars. Let me allow that shit. It's 8 a.m. and I need bed. If you want to play on US servers, we can be friends. My EU account is abandoned on account of a crazy German girl I was with once. Okay, well, I don't know about your crazy German girl, but um, yeah, we're on EU. We're on EU basically. I think the only differentiation is like basically nothing. Just your time zone is different, I suppose. I think on Guild Wars you can play with everyone. Maybe there is like North America and Europe differentiation. I don't fucking know. As far as I know, we all play together, so I don't know. At the same time, I don't make friends easily. There's different mega servers. Okay, well, we're on EU servers, so that's tough. And after this week, I also make friends difficultly, or like I scrutinize a lot more. I decided, but I like having you on stream. You've been an enjoyable company. You peddler of sexual content and LC videos. I didn't mind uh, your femboy ass in here. So feel free to come by whenever you want. And for everything else, we can just talk it out. I guess we can talk about it. I won't make any commitments. But you've been pleasant. You've definitely been pleasant. If you do find yourself um, coming over to EU, um, we can try you out for our group. If you do recover your German girl infected account. And I'm gonna say this, since you brought up Germany. My most traumatic relationships and partners have been German. And make what you will of that, alright? I personally have been partners with at least like 8 or something. I don't even remember the name. 8 femboys from Germany. All of them fucking insane. Fucking insane. Cooked. Done. Flambe. That's it. You know? Eau de caca. Like fucking shit water. Okay? Eau de fucking toilette. So I don't know what's up with German femboys, but holy shit, first of all, they're hot. Second of all, they're all fucking mental. So these two things are conflicting in my brain, and in my heart. And the guy I dated from there, because I'm not gonna call that person a femboy. That was a guy. That was literally, legitimately a guy. Okay, that guy was also fucking mental. There you go. So everyone is mental. And now you're saying all the girls you dated are also mental. What the fuck is going on over there? Get your femboys sorted, okay? And your guys and your girls at this point. And everything in between. What the fuck? Anyway, maybe it's coincidence. Who knows? Anyway, with that, yeah, if you to kind of like consolidate here, Mati, if you find yourself interested in being on an EU server, I'm flipping the table on your offer. Look us up. We'll see if you vibe, and if we vibe, and if we do, you can stay and we can play. I personally think it may be difficult because of your time zone, and I'm also I'm very wary of strangers, but I am accepting. But at the same time, I am very wary after what has happened recently, especially. But feel free, if you swap over, feel free. And always you're welcome on my stream, of course. That will not be ever an issue. I'm just protecting my myself and my group a lot more than I used to. So I don't want to make any, verbal commitments to anything. Bid for me an achievement grants tomorrow. I'll see what happens. Yeah, sure, sure. Enjoy, and maybe I'll catch you on stream, right? Because you've been a good company. I like that. I liked learning of your lore, and I like that you shared it, and I appreciate it. And also, thank you for the follow. I really appreciate that too. But go sleep, all right? You're past your fucking story arc with being sleep deprived, okay? You're past that. You're not allowed anymore. Well, I don't stream. I don't stream this time, and I don't stream Thursdays, so you're safe. I usually stream Monday, Tuesday, and Saturday, and it's usually morning for me, which means I have no idea what it means. But it's like 11, maybe, for my time zone, so European time zone, so it's 11. Yeah, for sure. You can lurk and you can talk, which is more pleasant than lurking. And I'll catch you later then. And thank you for the follow again and for the good company. It was good. It was good shit. I like to talk, honestly. I like to talk, even though you didn't get to make any cute noises. It was fine, and I'll take what I can. Okay, so go sleep. Your sleep deprivation arc is over. You're not 20 anymore. You're not fucking 2022 anymore. Okay, that sleep deprivation story arc is over. Go sleep, and I'll be right back. here I am. And so, to tell this story properly, um, we must set the scene first. Yes, and the scene would be a treacherous fractal of Snowblind. And I will go there and I will recount my encounters with the dreaded Swedish ice elemental. Am I fucking dying here? God damn it, I can't even storytell. Wait, maybe I can. What is this? Alright, that's like, I'm taking damage, 2 stacks. I can only stay in my cave. Alright, I will stay in my cave here. I will stay in this warm cave with you. I will sit down and I will take off my helmet and my shoulder pads. Ah, yes. And so then I will also accept Mel. And I guess together we shall. Yes, here you are. Come sit by the fire where we shall talk about what happened. Come sit by the fire, child. Ah, popcorn's good though. Man, I'm gonna be constipated for days at this point. Okay. So basically, there's been this guy, right? Alright, let's take it from the start. One dreary day, I decide that I will check another guild. And the reason why I wanted to check another guild was because I wanted to see if their structure and their model was better than mine, and I wanted to determine if I'm doing it wrong, quote unquote. And I stayed in that guild for a bit, and I noticed that I'm not doing anything wrong, but rather that they are, in my opinion. Though I still stayed because I wanted to push it. I wanted to make sure. And also, I thought, why not stay in that guild? And I also had already told the leader that I'm there to just maybe now and then suggest that I'm doing fractals, and if somebody wants to join, they can feel free to. And the guild leader agreed. And what happened to that guild is their problem, and I'm not gonna recount their story, but it's the usual that happens with larger guilds that become way too ambitious and they start spreading into other games as well, with some kind of, I don't know, the power creep is crazy, and it usually leads to some kind of separation and breakdown. Anyway, that's not about that guild. It's about a person I met who was on that guild, and during one of my recruitment runs for my own guild, that person, despite being an officer in that guild, which that's fine, that's fine, but I'm just mentioning it, contacted me and said, hey, I'm interested in joining your guild. And that's how I met the person that, we charmingly called Baby. It kind of stuck because at the time, they were new, so we just, somebody called them Baby, and it kind of stuck, and they were Baby for us. And it's someone who's been on my Twitch as well a couple of times, and someone whom, once more, I erroneously invested quite a while, as well as effort, to teach them the ins and outs of Guild Wars, because honestly they were in quite a sad state when it comes to game knowledge, let's say, despite being an officer in a guild, which, yeah. Bye bye, Mel, see you later. I'm actually going to check out EOD. Yeah, you should. You should. You should. I am just doing the whole storytelling thing. Don't worry. I'm not. This is like nothing. This is just sauce, visual sauce. And there's a reason why I'm here, by the way. But we'll get to that. It's a side story to the story I'm telling. And so there we were, building up with baby, building up our interaction, our communication, um, basically preparing baby to be part of a more organized, group, of a more like nuanced group, yeah, and giving them the necessary knowledge and resources to kind of like become better as it is. And it was something that baby was enjoying quite a lot. In baby's own words, this was the best thing that happened to them in months. And they were so taken with the whole experience, which is not a humble brag and it's not a flex, it's just their words, okay? That they were thinking of abandoning their officer duties in that other guild. And I was like, hey, that's up to you. I'm not gonna demand anything, it's up to you. And the person was, baby that is, was always like reassuring that no, this is like the best. And they would ask me, do you have any complaints from me? And I would be like, no, you're like literally no. Why are you asking? And baby would be really nice to me and really sensitive to my plights in real life. For example, offering to have me over for a month in their country in case I decide to go there and start over there. After I sell my apartment and shit. Which turned out to be kind of a red flag, all this positivity. But we'll get to the fucking autopsy of this later and my conclusions. First, I want to, recount what happened. At one point, baby had a severe issue with another new member, just because that member was drunk. And I wasn't really partial, so and I also didn't enjoy that member's fucking drunken rant. And I was like, okay, you gotta go, but you're welcome to come back whenever you feel like you're not, fucking deranged completely. But it was also worth mentioning because, for example, baby would not talk to that person, would not confront them, and baby would be like, "Oh, I can't be in that guild. I can't be in your guild if that guy is there." And remember, please, baby was like, "Oh, you're the best guild I've ever been. You're the best. You're literally fucking gift from God." But no, the moment they see someone they don't like, they go like, "Oh, well, now it's either me or them." So keep that in mind. That's a nice red flag there as well. Which taught me something new. It taught me that if guild members have issues among them, I'm gonna create a special channel for them, a voice channel. I'm gonna throw them both in forcibly if I can, and I'll be like, you're not getting out, and you're not allowed in the main channels until you sort your shit out, and I don't have to deal with fucking kindergarten stuff, okay? And that's something I'm gonna employ from now on. Because fuck everything else. And if they can't figure it out, I'm not gonna choose who I'll keep. I'll just yeet them out, both of them. And that's how I'm gonna run things from now on, and that's a lesson I got from this experience. And so, anyway, I do take responsibility and I do approach the other person and I'm going like, hey, uh, you're creating an uncomfortable atmosphere. Take care of yourself. And come back when you have. Yeah, and we will await you with open arms. And I was being literal and I meant it. And I still mean it. But yeah, keep in mind the behavior of baby on this one, okay? Anyway, Um, Long story short, from now on, because honestly, from that point on until the elemental incident, all right, which was what triggered everything else, the ice elemental incident, baby's contact with us was stellar. Uh, Baby was very nice. They would be very active. They would be like on voice all the time. One could say, they were literally infatuated with the guild. With everyone in there, right? Okay. And there comes one moment, and that was the day before yesterday. I'm pretty sure, but again, like time sucks in my head. So yeah, and I'm on voice with Baby and Sai, and we're talking about um, another member's troubles, real life troubles, in relation to how they're not able to attend, they're not able to be there because of those troubles, right? And I was explaining that I'm very torn as a leader, as a group manager, because I'm obviously friends with them, I'd like to think, and I know what they're going through, which I'm not gonna tell you because it's very personal, it's very serious. Um, and I'm torn because, on one hand, I'm a friend and I'm close to them, but on the other hand, I have some rules for the group, all right? And these rules are like you can't just not be active. I mean, you can, but then you can't be in the group, obviously. And that must never be personal. So I was in the unfortunate position of asking someone that I knew were in deep trouble the silly question, in context of them being in trouble, of course, silly question. Um, are you going to be active? Because if not, I'll have to remove you from the group. Which, nothing personal there. It's just how the group works. You can still be friends with the person, you can still have them on Discord. We can all still group chat, we can all still call each other. Obviously, because I really enjoy the company of the person. They're a very sweet person, very nice person, honestly. Easy to vibe to, generous, kind. I only have good words, honestly. But as a group manager, I do have to do that question, right? Uh, and you have to understand, if I didn't know that person and I only knew them as their group manager, I wouldn't give a fuck. I would ask anyway. I would be like, hey, can you continue? And they would be like, no, I have some issues in real life. Maybe I'll do it later. So we have to do that bit, which to me is like excruciating because I do have that personal contact in this scenario. And so I was discussing that. Sai was there and Baby was there, and they were listening to me say, man, it sucks being a group manager, it sucks being a guild leader in moments like this, because I do have to do the duty thing, but like also, what the fuck? Because that person, like, I really enjoy that person. I really want them to be fine, and I want them to be around. But anyway, and it is in that moment that Baby, for some reason, started recounting his own tale of I say his, but I should say theirs, of a friend they had, which friend went through some serious trouble as well, some pretty serious trouble as well, which resulted in some life-threatening situations as well. And I'm not sure why they had to include, like, why Baby included that information, because it was at large irrelevant. But I think they were clumsily trying to say that, hey, I have tried to comfort people before, and they know that you're trying to comfort them, so you can just be yourself. I think that's what Baby was trying to tell me. In a very clunky, not clumsy, but clunky way, which included, telling us about that other friend they had. So, Sai and me were like, okay, yeah, thanks for that, unironically, like, yeah, thank you for that, cool. And then I proceed and say, that other guy has real huge problems, though. They're very immediate. It's too bad. And it's at that moment that baby just logs out, goes like, woof, just gone. And we were there with Sai going like, did baby just have to take a massive dump or something? Like, were they like literally shitting themselves and had to go immediately? What the fuck happened? You know, which marks the second time that this coward person kind of just dips without saying shit, Which I really just don't appreciate that, no matter what you are, right? And we're just left there wondering what happened. Hours later, a situation which I am so fucking done with arises. And that situation is like of the type of person who will fucking hit you up with a DM post fact 2 hours later. And they're gonna be like demanding your attention, and they're gonna have in their head, they're gonna have concocted some kind of theory which they're gonna hit you with, and which you had no fucking part in, and you weren't there to actually explain, and you weren't asked, and you now have to deal with that fucking shit, with the delusions of another person. And that said, I was patient. I was like, okay, let me read it. And it's a text brick, and it's like, okay, I am so sorry. I'm so hurt by what you said. You ignored me. And mind you, baby didn't say the same thing to Sai. Just me. And I'm saying that to point out why I don't want to be friends with people anymore. I'd rather just be guild members. I don't want to make friends. I'm very cautious. It's exactly what I said to Mati earlier. That's what I meant. I'm done with that shit. Like, dude, you want to be my friend? You're going to prove yourself. I'm done being open. Okay? Because then this shit happens and I pay for it. And people see me as the fucking conduit, for the guild. But I'm not. I am a member of this guild like everyone else, right? I don't see myself as a leader. I'm just managing stuff, that's all. I'm just a member who just manages stuff. That's my job. My only difference with any other member is a fucking title, which is stupid, and then the responsibility of managing. And that's all. That's literally all. I don't preside over shit. It's a game, okay? I don't really preside over anything. I don't have any real authority, which also means I don't have any real fucking responsibilities. People can't fucking decide that if they have an issue, I'm the person to talk to. I'm not. If you have an issue, fucking grow up and solve it, you fucking moron. Alright? I'm not gonna solve it for you. I'm not your fucking guild mom or something. Anyway, sorry, just an outburst, because this is a situation I've faced before and it's brought me to tears before, honestly, from the fucking emotional pressure of it. Anyway, and so, with this and that, the guy's basically saying, okay, you fucked me up, whatever, you ignored me and you compared, listen to this, you compared my friend's issues to the issues of your friend's friend. Let that sink in for a moment as a sentence, so that, clear it up in your head, what the actual scenario is. And that also you're ignoring me. I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? Like, you said something, you finished, we said, yeah, cool, thank you for the support, whatever, cool, we nodded. We were like, alright, cool, and then I moved it back to the topic. And we have this sort of back and forth, which was like kind of intense as well. And at one point it clicks, and I'm like, excuse me, is it because I said the word real? And baby goes like, yeah. And I'm like, are you fucking serious right now? Like, this is the most common expression. This girl has real big boobs. This guy has real big problems. There is no fucking comparison. It's an expression. I have real issues right now. I have real trouble right now. It's something people say. It's so common. And so, baby, for some reason, or at least they would have me believe, because I still don't believe it, they would have me believe that they translated that, interpreted that as in me implying that their problems, that the problems of their friend were not real compared to the problems of my friend's friend. And wow. And I'm like, first of all, have I given you the fucking right or any reason at all to think that I'm such a massive cunt? That I'm comparing problems between people like they're fucking trading cards? First of all. And second of all, who the fuck ignored you? And third of all, why are you telling me? And fourth of all, why are you telling me in private 2 hours later? And fifth of all, who the fuck ignored you anyways? Nobody ignored you. And you left the call. You yourself just left the call. You just abandoned us. Not a word. Rude. Rude and cowardly. And so, and that person says, oh, well, I only left because somebody recommended to me that we do fractals. And I'm like, no. I have you in chat. I'm not even gonna scroll up. It's up there. I've seen it. You said you left because you felt bad. Because I ignored you and compared your friend's problems. And I literally caught the person lying then, red-handed. Anyway, instead of losing my shit, I'm like, listen, I'm not responsible for how you feel because you interpreted something wrong and then you fucked off and then you had some delusional conclusions and then you hit me with the conclusions and you demand from me to pamper you because you reached those conclusions without my fucking contribution in the matter. So I'm not gonna apologize for anything that you said, but I am sorry that you have bad feelings right now, that you have a fucking boo-boo right now, okay? I'm sorry that you have a boo-boo. I know boo-boos hurt. I didn't cause it. You caused it because you thought I caused it. I'm sorry for that, okay? But also, here is my side of things. Let me explain the usage of the expression real whatever. Okay, now you know what I said and why. And please, next time, don't fucking go and draw your conclusions. Just immediately speak up like a fucking adult, alright? And include those people who are there and not just me. Okay, because I'm not your mom and I'm not gonna protect you. And so, you know, and be civil. And then you can take my word for what I will say, or you can choose to not take my word, in which case, fuck you, and get the fuck out of my group if you don't believe me anyways. And also, you have a massively bad opinion of myself, and you self-reported on that. And so, you know, that hurt. And because I've had struggle before with people going like, oh, the way you're talking and the way that you say, fuck all of you. I'll talk the way I want and I'll say the things I want, and it's up to you to call me out on it and then also hear me out. And if you can't do that, fuck you, don't talk to me. You know? Because fuck you, that's why. And so I told those things and I said, yeah, basically this. And next time come to me, okay? Don't even leave the call. Just ask me, Daphne, why did you say that, by the way? Because it sounded this way to me. And I can tell you, no, little poor baby. It's not like that. It's just that I meant this thing instead of the other thing. And then you can be like, oh, I see. I choose to trust you because you've never fucking been mean to me. Which, yes. And that's it. That's the story. Instead, that guy proceeded to say, no, you know what? Everything is okay. Lovey-dovey, peachy and rosy, everything is awesome, I really love you, you're great, the guild is great, I don't wanna, cause anything, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, okay, I'm also awesome, I'm really glad that I hear that. And I do understand you, I do understand you. But now, Mommy Daphne is gonna go and clear her head from the shit that you fucking shoved in there, alright? And I don't wanna speak for a bit, alright? I wanna watch Prison Break. I don't want to talk for a bit, okay? I'll see you tomorrow. And everything is good, baby boy, okay? And baby was like, yeah, no, that's lovely, yes, amazing, oh, blah, blah. And then I go to sleep. And the next day, that motherfucker had left the guild, blocked me in particular, but only in Guild Wars. You fucking moron. Okay? And said nothing. And when Mel and Sai actually said, "What the fuck happened? Why did that guy leave? What happened? Like we were fucking vibing, right? So what the fuck happened?" Um, that guy said, "Oh, I can't speak to you today because they were so fucking hurt. You see, they were so fucking hurt. Oh my god." And then they were like, "Oh, I'll speak to you tomorrow." And tomorrow is today, now, and that guy hasn't talked yet even. Anyway, I have kept all that conversation in screenshots as I like to do. Um, I almost failed to do so, but then I was explained to in regards of how Discord actually works with messages, and I went and recovered and screenshotted all that shit, and now I have it in my little tiny folder where I've put all the delusional fucking people conversations that I've had, where I feel that these people warrant extra caution, as in that they might actually try to say things about me. Not a lot of people, just very few. But now this person is one of them. And so I have a special little place in that folder with 8 screenshots or 7 screenshots of that conversation. Because it was pretty crazy how that person just left the guild immediately and just like backtracked on everything they said and everything I fucking hate liars. I fucking hate liars. I don't know. I hate liars so much that there we are gossiping about one right now. Now, you might be wondering what the ice elemental has to do with this, right? And why am I here in this very fractal where there's like an ice elemental spawning? Well, that person, and sorry, but I am going to make fun of that person. I'm really sorry, but like that's how it is. That person was unable to actually kill a trash mob that like dies in like 3 hits or something. Like literally unable to. Um, and they were whimpering about that for about a couple of days. Literally attempting to change the rotation, change their build, change their gear, change everything. Like literally having an emotional breakdown because they could not auto attack a fucking stupid ice elemental in this fractal, which you cannot possibly like fail that. But that person, baby, not only failed it, but it also broke them. It also broke them completely. And they would be talking about that elemental for like at least one evening. At least. At one point, I was cringing and I was like, can you just kill the thing? Just kill it. There is no other advice to give you. Just fucking go and kill it. There's nothing else to say about it. It's a trash mob. Go and kill it. And the guy was like losing their shit completely. It was so funny, to the point where it's become now an inside joke at this point, especially after the person just fucking quit. Um, it's like I would have made it an inside joke anyways, but I was waiting until after the person had conquered their demons, their ice demons in this case, and killed the notorious and mysterious trash mob, the ice elemental here. And after they did that, I was planning to go like, that was kind of a story arc you went through, dude. And just have a laugh about it. Nothing malicious, honestly, because it's hilariously funny to me. Honestly, it's just absurd how it broke the person. And so yeah, I'm just sharing that because it became an inside joke that the guy literally broke from an ice elemental. Um, so make what you will of that. But the important bit is the tea that I shared, which is not even an important bit, it's just drama. And I did warn you there's gonna be drama, and it's even in the title. And I did mention multiple times this is not a regular stream. I don't even stream on Thursdays. It's just fucking, it's a tea stream. Like literally Guild Wars 2 tea stream. Literally, nothing else. Um, and yeah, I do like to talk about guild matters. I do like to talk about such, honestly, just ridiculous situations. Um, and that is why I am so fucking jaded towards like MMO players in general, and why you hear me often make comments like, oh my god, you know, the general population of Guild Wars, this and that. It's because I have nothing but such experiences, with some very bright, but also very few exceptions. Um, and honestly, I am so cynical and skeptical at this point about like people who play MMOs. You have no idea. Um, I honestly felt completely betrayed once more by somebody, and I felt I put too many eggs in that basket once more. I sure ain't ever making that mistake again. So yeah, baby, sigh. What the fuck? Okay, recent news, everybody. Justine, fresh out of the oven. Baby DM'd Sai and Mel and Towel. Damn. So you're gonna give me a bit to go and fucking check that out because it's fucking insane. All right, let's see. Um, hey buddy, it's Baby here. Sorry for leaving. There was a bad experience between Daphne and me, and I had to leave to take care of myself. I hope to stay in touch with you. Oh my god, that is so pretentious. I've never seen anything more pretentious than that. And it is definitely also manipulative towards Towel because they're not informing them of what happened. They just say a bad experience between Daphne and me, uh, and then says I had to leave to take care of myself. No, nothing, nothing in that conversation would have forced a sane person to feel like they have to take care of themselves, unless it's in the context of like I need to find therapy because I'm going fucking insane and I have outbursts. That's the only way that they would say, oh, I felt like, you know, this made me feel like I need help. Because yeah, that person needs help. That person needs therapy for sure. Sorry, but yeah, that's true. So, you know, that is a very manipulative way of putting it. Like, um, definitely, definitely, like, could have added more info there, for sure. Doesn't even describe the bad experience. There was no bad experience. It was bad for me, but it wasn't bad for him or them because they started it. I felt bad for how they perceived me, which they self reported. So that is a very shitty message. And the fact that this person is messaging my guild members, and again, not me, for example, like, don't leave. Listen, don't leave and post that in the channel, you coward. Don't leave and post it in the channel, you fucking coward. Don't approach individual messages. That is drama fucking hogging. That is drama. That person is seeking drama right now and attention. Holy shit. Yeah, there was no bad experience. Nobody said anything bad. It's just baby going crazy. And then Mel says, more tea, wait, there is more tea coming in. Mel says, I got a message from him saying that he wishes the best for me and Dev, Dev being another group member, and hopes that they make it together to live in Denmark. What? What? That is not cute. That is not cute. I'm sorry. That is not cute. That is somebody just making this so dramatic. This is so dramatic. It's like blown out of proportions. Like, guys, I have to go. I'll never see you again, Skate Bro, and I'll never see you again, Mel. You take care now. Life is dangerous. I hope you make it out there. It's so rough. Like, what, bro? You're not going to some fucking religious journey of revelation. You're just living a guilt out of your own stupidity. The fuck you fucking messaging people about it? Acting like it's like the end of times or something. Holy shit. Acting like you've been on a fucking spiritual journey with these people. Like, what the fuck? Okay. Coolio. Good job. Yeah, it is technically, it is on a technical level of words, of semantics, a nice thing to say, objectively. Okay? Objectively. But that's all I'm gonna say about it. Yeah, he's overly paranoid, but he's also lying about things. Lying about things, being cowardly, avoiding, like, clearing up things, contacting people without reason. Why didn't he bring up all that shit publicly? We were all on voice. Why didn't he talk, right? So very impulsive, very paranoid, very pessimistic, just draws conclusions. So, bad person or not, you know, to me it's a bad person for sure. I'm done with that kind of content, let's say. Holy shit, dude. Sai, Sai, what the fuck is that? Sai, what the fuck is that? Sauce. No, 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 Sai, what the fuck? Oh my god. Oh my god. All right, let me read that. Let me read that. Okay, let me read that. Let me read that. Like, this is precious. Wait a minute. This is precious. Okay. Wow. Wow. Yes, please tell Towel the story. You can also convey Towel the screenshots of that I posted so that Towel has a very clear understanding. Because if that person is involving other people, that is why I have those screenshots so that people that are involved at least know what's happening. Because honestly, it might be tea, but if it becomes malicious, I think everyone involved should know. So you can tell Bolatas as well if you want. Um, it's something to consider. I would, I might actually talk to Bola because this is like at this point, baby seems to be very compulsive or impulsive. I don't know what the word is, and I'd like this to be kind of like over. But let me go and see. Let me dissect this message a bit. So I think you're a really nice person. So this message is not to me, of course. This message is to another group member. I want only to explain why I personally had to leave the guild. I'm not after any sort of offense towards Daphne. Well, buddy, you already offended me enough, you know? I took offense to her when she expressed herself. No, I didn't. Nobody expressed anything. You're making it up. I'm sorry. Regarding my friend's S word attempt, referring to something else, which I will not name, as being a more real problem. I never did that. Rather than simply acknowledging my analogy when I tried to give input, I did acknowledge your analogy. I literally said thank you, and yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, I know. That's all I said basically. Um, I need to take care of myself after the hurt she inflicted on me. What? I inflicted hurt on that person? Okay. What? I can't lie about my feelings when my best friend was in such a bad state that he almost succeeded in logging out of real life. And then when I told about it, was kind of disregarded. It wasn't. If this is the last time we talk, I sincerely wish for you to have a great time in Guild Wars. No, you're not sincere. Don't wish anything sincere to anyone. You're a liar. Sorry. So this person is just legitimately toxic, considering what he's DMing my members. Holy shit! I hope you're enjoying the tea, by the way. I'm enjoying the tea. Yeah, having read that, I'm disgusted. That's what I will say. And one second. There, I addressed it in the guild chat so that like people just don't fucking you know have any weird fucking encounters. Yeah, I think yeah, that's all I'm gonna say. I'm not gonna relate to you, of course, on stream like what I just said to my group. Not that it's important, but like yeah, my job is done and tea was had. Um, I genuinely hate how I can't make a hot goth boy with light gear, but can make it with female. Yeah, I know. Yeah, they need to lift the restrictions from like light, medium, heavy when it comes to cosmetics only. And they need to lift the restrictions of like not being able to access the female model on a male character. the female model of a cloth of a piece of clothing, let's say. I mean, and the opposite, like the male model on a female car. It's stupid that you can't do that. It's completely stupid. Somebody said that you can't do that because outfits change your body essentially. They're not over your body, they literally replace your body, which makes sense. Now, first of all, there are so many ways to do this in a way that would be gender neutral. Um, and also it's not that big of a deal. Like engine upgrades, huge deal, gigantic, ginormous deal. Um, what else can I say as an example? Making separate pieces, not that big deal. Um, allowing us to flip over to male or female in outfits might be medium to high difficulty because, for example, yes, heavy armor can be fine on a female even if it replaces the body with a male body because you don't see the body at all and because the armor can be said to conceal um, female characteristics of a physical female attributes. So boobs perhaps would not show through heavier armors. But in the case of male, how would you allow them to use the female model of the armor if the female model of the armor is modeled after female characteristics? So they would have to go back and rework that or fit it to the male body. Now that would be some work. They can do it. That's why I said it's not too easy, but it can be done. And they should do it. So I totally agree that female and male versions of outfits and clothes and armor, that should just be a toggle. Like you toggle it, you're using one model. You toggle it, you're using it's as simple as that, honestly. Uh, it would be medium difficulty to high difficulty, but it can be done. They can be converted to work that way. And it wouldn't be all outfits, it would be most outfits for males. So female outfits on a male, that's what would need adjustment. Because, as we said, armors replace those body parts that they cover. And some are form fitting, you know? So, yeah, I would say mid to high difficulty, but absolutely doable. Um, Mel says more humanoid races would have issues and not Sylvari or. Yeah, so Sylvari, Asura, Tsar, right? They wouldn't have problems because. Yeah, they're very similar between each other, you know? They're very similar, the two genders, the two body types, not genders, the two body types are very similar with each other. So, quite fucking honestly, uh, it's not really that hard, and ArenaNet should do it. And I'm really against how they're not doing it. And there is something even easier they could do, which is literally no difficulty to low difficulty, which is please unlock all weight categories for all classes when it comes to cosmetics. Easy. Easy. That should be very easy to do. I don't understand why they're not doing it. And there is another further complaint I have. This one could be. This one could have varying degrees of difficulty, okay? And obviously, some hairstyles would not be able to be included. And some face tattoos and some this and that also would not be able to be included. But they could open up character creation options to include more hairstyles across more races. I'm not even saying introduce more hairstyles. I'm saying open certain hairstyles to all races because it is easy to do and it only makes sense. Um, Further, they could do the same with gender-locked hairstyles, which make absolutely no sense if you see them. It just doesn't make sense. Um, at least it stopped making sense about 5 years ago. So why are they locked? Um, and all these are things that ArenaNet should probably do at one point. And face paint as well. Like, why can't you have like various face paints as like human? What's stopping Human and Norn from like, having face paints or whatever, makeup options? Or even faces, I'm not gonna lie. Anyway, these restrictions in variety are literally just very obnoxious at this point. The only counter argument I've seen is that like if they open up all options, then what's gonna end up happening is people are going to flock into certain options and disregard others. To which I will say two things. First, obviously, make the other options more attractive in that case, which is your job as a fucking, whatever developer is responsible for that. So that's option number one, make everything more attractive. And second, it happens anyway. Like, you can't really help it. You can't really help it. It will happen. Players in Final Fantasy are gonna flock to cat girls and bunny girls. It's just gonna happen. Cat girls are gonna dominate. If you don't like that, either fucking cope with it or fucking make the other options more attractive. Alright? That's all I gotta say. Or live with it, just fucking cope with it. As I said, there's two options. And I don't see why it would be so terrible to open up things and like see what people can do with like mixed armors and shit. So I don't know. That would be like that would be a huge thing for me. Personally, I feel like that would uh, that would buff Guild Wars' you know how attractive it is to players. If you give them options to play around with clothes, faces, hair, that shit always works. Bitches love options. Bitches love character creation options. Bitches love fucking, you know, um, clothing options, like anything. So, and when I say bitches, I include myself. Everyone. Literally everyone. Anyway, Mel says it was nice listening to you and chatting, but I think I'm gonna go to Palworld and AFK taking a bath. Hey, enjoy Palworld. I'm also about to sign off because I said all I had to say, and this stream wasn't supposed to happen, and it's already 2 hours, and it has been very entertaining and very dramatic, but it wasn't even supposed to happen. So I think I'm gonna stop here and just enjoy the rest of my day. Kinda good it happened, yeah. Yeah, I agree. I agree. Very good timing, considering Baby was like in the mood for drama, I guess. And we got a live feed direct from the front lines. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed it. I'm really glad if you did, but I'm really hope you enjoyed it, all of you. Baby, if you're watching this, because I haven't banned you from everywhere, you have blocked me from everywhere, apparently. But if you are here and watching this, buddy, honestly, shame on you. I really don't appreciate all this drama that you're trying to steer. Yes, get help, and no, don't talk about me. Okay, don't even fucking talk about me anymore. Okay, just go get help. Wish you all the best, buddy. Okay, stop trying to steer shit with my group members. Go find yourself. You're gonna make it, I believe. In case he's watching, I have to say this because I honestly feel it. And as for the rest of you, thank you and have an amazing fucking evening. And I hope you found it entertaining, you know, and I hope that the flavor of the tea was to your liking. And I did tell you there's gonna be tea, actual serious tea today, and there was, and I delivered. Um, and also thanks to Mel and Sai and Towel for being open and trusting and like sharing their DMs with Baby, for example, and like you know letting me know what the guy is saying about me and all that shit. That's very much appreciated. That's pretty nice. And Mati, thank you for the very interesting stories that you shared and your femboy lore. Pretty amazing. Thank you for sharing that. Always appreciate getting to know people's lores. It's nice. Anyway, I hope you had fun. And thank you for watching. And I think I'll catch you on Saturday, right? Because I think I'll do a proper chill stream. Maybe we'll watch something and like comment on it. Probably I have some interesting things in mind for a couple of hours on Saturday. And yeah, thanks. Honestly, I enjoyed the stream more than I should have probably. Um, and the tea again more than I should have probably. So yeah, all right. Kisses, and I'll see you on Saturday. Bye bye.